Truck with the fur. Yes. Okay. All right. All right. We should be coming up.
At her. Your truck has fur. There's other issues going on here.
She had the truck nut jeans. The flaps with the fur. Stupid truck.
Oh, just going to ham on Flowrider, aren't you?
I'm tired. I am so tired.
Truck.
I am so tired, and my brain just latched on to it because it's candy. It's sweet mental candy because it's bad for me, and I know it's terrible, but you just can't stop but eat it because it's just so good. It's mental candy, and I hate myself for it.
Also, we're all good, we're all seen, we're all heard.
Yeah, but are we with it?
No. Was anyone ever with it?
You know what? I don't feel so bad about our opening video now.
Let's go!
Get with it. Get with it.
What? No. Well, maybe. No. Good notice. Good notice. I finally figured out how this lumbar support's supposed to work on this chair. Ooh. I can't wait to plug this thing into vibrate. Freezing! Anyway, let's go ahead and get...
Too much information, good sir.
It's just a gaming chair with a... Anyway, I'll get into that in a moment. Go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1.
Three, two, one, go! 3, 2, 1, go!
Hello, every pony. This is Circuit Main here. I am here for the Brony Show. Episode something, something, it's 535. I am Circuit Main. I'm here for 535. I am slowly mentally crashing as I descend into madness, regretting a cup of coffee I had 3 hours ago. As my body has just decided, that is too much caffeine for you. Now it's time to see you crash. But I will still bring you the Brony community as much as I can as I am slowly descending into tired madness. But I'm not here by myself. No, I'm here with a wonderful bunch of panelists that are going to take advantage of my horrible state. We are joined by Deathlight Productions.
Chairs, huh?
Chairs. DM21.
They might be muted due to the fact that I had the sister.
I swear I did not plan that.
I figured.
But we do have Textalion. Textalion?
This is a bad time for coffee? When is a bad time for coffee?
When you need sleep.
Right before you actually need to go to bed?
Yeah.
I know, I was making a joke.
And we're also joined by Toakoi.
You are lucky that I keep my music brain on mute, otherwise I would be singing songs right now.
There we go. And Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
Yeah.
Okay. But yes, we're here to bring you the Brony community for this week, and it is a heck of a week. I'm going to go ahead and just get a few things out of the way right off the bat here. For the show today, we are going to eventually, hopefully, at least for 10 minutes, depending on how things go, we're going to be talking about arting. As well, basically, good ways to learn how to art, programs you can use, fundamentals, and also where to go get training resources. Why? Because in a few days, the artist training ground for Equestria Daily will begin, and I do want to encourage anybody who has any desire to draw a pony, even if it's just something silly as a pencil sketch, or maybe even challenging yourself with a new program or a new way of doing the artistry, even if it's with claymation figures, painting, or, who knows, maybe you'll do it with pipe cleaners. I want to encourage people to try to participate and see if you can discover a new creative side to yourself, or maybe expand on the creative side that's already there. But of course, along with that, we will be having of things of the pony of nature. In this case, so later on this week, we are also going to be getting a new pony special on Netflix, a new G5 special, and that will also tie into several new G5 episodes. So we are getting a massive pony influx coming in, as opposed to the slow trickle of Tell Your Tale that we've had since Christmas time.
In fairness, it's kind of neat that we've been able to have, stuff almost every single 2 weeks, a fortnight, if you would.
I will mute you forever for that one. But no, in all honesty, though, it has been kind of nice that we've had even little bits of pony here and there until the big kahuna can show up. But the big kahuna is coming, and we must be prepared. But, of course, before we get into that, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about our daily lives and things going on. And what better way to do that than a big old heaping helping of Wub Time. And, of course, that means, what's up, Brony? And so I turned the... Blah. I honestly am so sorry.
So well.
I am so sorry. I honestly had a cup of coffee a few hours ago just because I thought it would help energize me, and it did the exact opposite. I am so burnt. My brain is so burned out right now. It is on a major crash, and I am trying my absolute best to keep it together, at least until it clears up and I'm no longer on the crash. But it's gonna take a bit. I do apologize. So, what's up? Okay, Wub Time, everybody. What's up, Bronies?
Let's see. Saw Shin Kamen Rider. Good movie. A little bit rushed, but hey, it's adapting like 26 episodes into a 2-hour movie.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Also, I started work on the Ponies Online schedule, so that's fun.
Yep, you gotta do the whole podcast. Well, not podcasting. Well, panel casting thing now, don't you?
Yep. And I still have to do like my inset into the intro video. So yeah, I have stuff to do. I just have to worry about work.
All right. Anybody else have any other What's Up Brony going on with them?
Speaking of work, I had fixed one of the fork extensions on our R80, or as most people just see it as, a giant skidster.
Ooh, sounds fun.
I had to grab a 20-pound sledgehammer and swing it like a golf club for about a half hour.
That actually does sound like fun.
Oh, it's painful. It sucks.
Oh no! Well, I kind of had to do something like that, but it was at a movie theater that was being disassembled. They literally cut out the rows of chairs and they left all the metal studs still in the metal bracer studs that they literally bolt into the cement in the room. So I was there. I went there with a bunch of other people with a sledgehammer, and our job was basically just to take the sledgehammer and just smack those things like they were golf balls and just knock them out of the cement. Took a few hours, but it was the most glorious fun I had.
I don't think you ever had to do that with a 20-pound sledgehammer.
No, this sucker was a heavy sledgehammer. We had to swing it like a golf club. It was amazing.
Anyway, it's not a lot of fun to do when you have a damaged rotator cuff or two. Yeah.
Okay,
Anyways.
yeah, that would definitely not be good. Yeah.
I got my truck up and running, got the first heat cycle done, and then I also checked up the torque on the head gasket again to make sure everything sounded good and everything ran good, and it did, thankfully. And then I did all the cutting and welding I needed to build the frame for the rear seats, so the rear seats are now fully in. And today I just barely put in all my tools and stuff, and I'm going to be driving that thing around tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure if we can survive my 100 and some odd mile round trip, it should be fine to go about anywhere.
It sounds like exciting times. You're almost ready to say that you're good forever free, and I'm very happy for that. I honestly am. I'm excited to see you there.
That thing's been just been a lot. It's been a lot.
It definitely sounds like it.
One of the fun things is the newer generation seats I put in it. They sit slightly taller than the old stock ones.
Oh.
Which I don't mind too much. It lets me have a better angle looking down the hood, so I can tell a little bit more accurately where I'm parking and driving.
Yeah, it makes sense. I can't argue that.
Yeah, it's not so unbelievably high where you really notice. Just when you sit in it, he's like, this is definitely a little bit taller than the stock thing I drove around in for almost 3 years.
You know what? You know what? Speaking of chairs, seats anyway. I probably mentioned I finally got myself a brand new gaming chair. Well, two really, but one for work and one for play. Literally, one is in my work office downstairs, and one I am sitting in right now. See, the DXR racer chairs that you always seem to see streamers using now.
No, buy one off eBay. Mine broke within months.
Oh no, I bought it directly from the source, and in fact, I got lucky. Apparently, for some weird reason, they were getting rid of a bunch of them. I think there was just like an older model, or they just weren't selling too well. But I got like one for $80, and then I got a nice bright green one for $110. So yeah, it was a little. Well, was it 110, 80? Oh no, in either case, it kind of equaled out to a little bit more than 200, which also worked well with the Father's Day coupon they had going for $20 off. So yeah, I got two chairs, and I didn't even know you could move the lumbar support until literally watching a video about 20 minutes ago. So now it's snug against the small of my back, and I'm hoping that it helps with that wonderful back pain that I got way back in March because of my own stupidity.
So aside from that, after everything's done, if you lean back, do you feel a little bit more relaxed?
I never feel relaxed. I'm a podcaster.
Stress.
I'm a tech support podcaster. Nothing makes me feel relaxed. I drink alcohol. I actually feel like I need more. I need to do something with myself. Twiddle.
You should just be like me and just sleep like 5 or 6 hours every night, and just do a lot during the day, and then just one day just sleep for like 20 hours.
Honestly,
Yeah.
sometimes I wonder if I could do that. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's not fun whenever you put 65 miles just because work's not very smart.
Anywho, that's all my whole shebang. Well, there's one other thing that happened, but it happened earlier today, and I don't want to spoil the fun I'm going to be having, so that I'm gonna have to save it as a surprise for later.
We did get a thing from Slick the other day.
Oh, that. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Now I'll probably. Well, I might as well bring that up now. It's not exactly. Well, it is kind of what's up, Brony-ish. But yeah, Slick, or some of you might remember from the old Brony Show history, D-pad actually jumped into the Discord here for a little bit, mostly because they're getting ready to basically auction off the traveling pony museum things, as we've been mentioning several times already over at TruckCon. Since they're going to be closing up the traveling part of the shop, they are still going to have the Etsy shop open for now, hopefully for a good long time, but see what happens there. Anyway, the reason I bring it up is he brought over an interesting little thing here, which was the advertisement poster for Big Apple PonyCon. So this was before BronyCon was BronyCon, because before it became BronyCon, it actually was Big Apple. Then it kind of expanded itself to BronyCon, going off to New Jersey for a couple of years, and then eventually moving on to Baltimore.
What you're saying is this poster is almost 10 years old.
It is more. It is like 11 years old, more.
Yeah.
It is old as hell. If you want an idea of how old it is, you have Unanimous Delivers, Mike the Microphone.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
mostly
that's
looking
an
at. Is
old
looking
name,
at
I
like
reckon.
all these old things of art. I'm like, wow. Yeah, this is easy. Like beginning of the fandom, like 10 plus years ago.
Yeah,
I knew
though,
it
it hurts
I
like
knew it was old once I saw Mike the Microphone. He was one of the few first really well talented musicians in the fandom in the early days.
yeah.
Well, also, remember, the last year of BronyCon, God, it seems long ago, was one of the last performances I think he ever did in the fandom.
It's just so cool.
Yeah, it's still cool. I mean, whenever that... Which, am I mistaken to say that this was kind of the root of BronyCon itself, or did it integrate?
Oh, there's a Klingon, and I remember Spock's race, they're Vulcans.
Well, you know what I mean. It's one of those things, because...
Anyway,
Well, I know it used to be BronyCon with the N and the Y emphasized for New York.
yep. But in any case, the big reason it's such a big deal is obviously you could see the Brony Show is in there as well. But
Yeah, Circuit and who's that?
Slick.
that would be D-pad,
Slick.
that Slick or D-pad, however you want to say it. One of the original hosts of the show,
Mhm.
co-hosts.
Is
It
this
is...
the same D-pad we're talking about on YouTube, or?
It's a different D-pad.
Different.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Because
No.
there are
I
a lot
wish
of
it was
people
that
with the same
D-pad.
name.
Wish it was that D-pad. No, they just happen to have the same name.
This is why he went by Slick.
Well, eventually went by. Let's get.
It's a long story. Let's move on.
No. Well, anyway, getting back to point. So yeah, what's gonna happen is he's gonna hold on to it, and eventually I'm going to try to get a hold of this. At which point I am going to put it in a frame, and this will be a part of early Brony memorabilia, as well as the fact that early Brony Show memorabilia, as one of the few
Oh,
times we
God.
ever were
Yeah.
advertised in anything.
Bronies for good. Oh, I remember that.
I miss
They're
those
still
calendars. No, they aren't.
I
Well,
know they're
not as
still around.
much.
It's just that I donated one time during a live stream.
I miss the calendars. They were such awesome calendars. Anyway, well, that is the cool little thing that happened there. Anyway, anybody else have any other What's Up Bernie going on before we go ahead and move on to the news? Because we do got quite a bit to go through. I'd say that sounds like a good. Let's go ahead and get to the news. The news today is brought to you by conventions. Where we have to spend all of our money and our time. Conventions. Of course, the big reason we're bringing up conventions is Windy City Pony Con is now officially over. And there are people currently working their way back home as we speak, as it ended yesterday. In fact, I believe we have Crazy Matt Captain in our chat room who is probably still in the middle of transporting himself back home.
Oh,
You
yeah,
may or
there was
may
a
not see
convention
him
last
tonight, but we
weekend.
could.
Yeah. I would honestly love to ask him about Winnie City, but he's probably going to be saving that for Wednesday, and along with Winchester and the other amazing people that were there. But we will probably get at least a little bit of an idea of what happened there next week. I honestly can't wait. It sounds like it was a blast. Yeah. That's okay. Hang away, my friend. Hang away. Now.
Remember, Kitty, you can do it.
Now, speaking of next convention, now TruckCon is coming up in just a month. Literally a month. It's 4 weeks and 2 days. You basically have a month at this point. And unfortunately, I can only confirm once again, as I have every single time, because I'm honestly really annoyed that I won't be able to go this time, that I will not be going this time. Mostly because it's going. The big reason is my recent financial situation that made it so I had to carve out one convention, at least from my list of multitudes, along with probably my uproarious spending habits. And along with that, they moved to Dayton, Ohio, which, if you're trying to get to Dayton from Utah, there's literally only three flights that will ever go there, and they know it. So the pricing is ridiculous.
Just drive.
Honestly, that is literally my best option at this point. I looked it up. I can't even get a train there. Trains are impossible. Flights are expensive. I would have driving is my best bet, and that's a 24-hour solid drive. So unless somebody,
like me when I got to Babs.
so unless somebody wants to drive with me, it would either be a 2 or 3 day journey for me alone easily, and require a hotel stop to sleep.
You coward, sleep in the car.
I'll sleep when I'm dead, which will probably be after I go over this mountain.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, but unfortunately, even if I did have the confidence to drive, I don't have the confidence in my car to drive it for 24 hours. I just do not. So yeah, I'm going to be messing on TruckCon. So I do want to encourage anybody that is in the Ohio area, if you have not already set up, please go to TruckCon, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And if you really want a piece of pony memorabilia history, the Traveling Pony Museum is going to be auctioning off a lot of their stuff, which is, it's really a shame to see it go, but it also means it's your chance to grab something that has been showcased for years. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool, and I'm glad that they're just not tossing it away. They're giving the community a chance to own a piece of it. Speaking of owning a piece of it, Everfree Northwest, though, is one I am planning on going, because I already have the plane tickets, I got the hotel, I have the drive, the move, the mojos, no other co-host around.
Pretty much exactly 2 months away.
Not even, well, yeah, is it 2 months exactly? It's almost 2 months exactly.
Pretty close.
It's pretty close. It's like 3 days off.
Yeah.
2 months, 1 week, 3 days.
Either way, it is coming up fast. It also reminds me, I have got to get my mead in secondary, so I have it ready for the con. Or at least the newer mead brews I've been working on. But yes, me, Coldust, Toakoi, hopefully Deathlight.
Just gotta test my truck, and if it survives these 2 weeks of pretty much running constantly, it should make it down there and back.
Yeah.
We have more or less made Everfree on Meetup since we can't do BronyCon no more.
Well, it's just kind of
easier for a lot of us.
It is easier. It is easier, and it is kind of nice too. Plus, the fact that the grocery store literally within walking distance is a
that
big.
place is awesome.
Yeah.
That's a big
What I
sin.
did was I just drove my truck to to a store, and everywhere I gone, it's like, even though I parked it pretty much right in the perfect box and everything, my front end or my back end of my truck stuck out by like 2 or 3 foot. It was amazing.
Well, also there's
So
a Wendy's there, but God help you if you try to order.
I've given up on that Wendy's. I really have. Every single time, either the lobby is closed, or they only doing drive-through, or everything is closed on it. I have never seen a Wendy's so hard to get a burger from. Anyway, actually, I'm really annoyed because the first year that Everfree moved there, I didn't know there was a grocery store. I spent so much money when I could have literally gone over to a grocery store 5 minutes away for chicken wings. I am so annoyed.
See,
And I got lucky last year
That's
because
why I
of
joined staff.
I should.
And get a hotel room where get a hotel where it's like they provide a free breakfast. So I get breakfast, and then almost every day during the con they provide they provide staff at least a lunch or a dinner.
Join the staff, people. Join the staff. They have lunches.
The AV crew never sleep.
No, join the AV. No, it's the other way around. Join the AV crew so they can AV crew so they can sleep.
Well,
Get enough people there so
CMC
That's
and
a
I
lie,
did.
and you know it.
it's not a lie if enough people join.
Here's the thing that CMC and I did, mainly because I'm like, okay, I can't find a hotel room. Let's go for this place has free breakfast, and we basically had that ate at the hotel for HomniCon, and yeah, it was all pretty good. We did get a Mozzie, which that was fun.
Anyway, so actually, a big thing I want to shout out really quickly on Everfree, but I am probably going to shout it out more as Everfree is coming up. Apparently, Twilight's bookstore is going to be there.
Nice.
Now, the reason that this is a big deal is this actually showed up. The Golden Oaks Library bookstore. That's what it's called. The last time it showed up was at the last year of BronyCon, and it had a large wall of published Brony books that people could buy. Different Brony fanfiction stories. And that means they're coming back with more of these stories that you can buy right there. So yeah, I'm actually pretty excited. I love books. I'd like to read them too. It'd be nice to be able to read a book. Read a book. Read a motherfucking book. Anyway, we'll get...
Reading Rainbow. Now, who remembers that?
How could I
Are
not?
you that old?
Take a look. I'm old and I have a crook. I was reading Rainbow. Let's move on. I'm feeling so old all of a sudden. So that's the con. Let's go ahead and talk about the news. First off, pony history. A lot of history happened this week, including the introduction of the first source filmmaker pony. The first, actually, that's the only one.
Went wild.
There was a lot of stuff that happened this year. So I mean, this week. Except oddly enough, June 3rd is also been the slowest of Brony history, the slowest day in Brony history. So next year, if you could plan something extravagant and crazy for June 3rd, you could literally make your mark in Brony history for June the 3rd. Hint, hint, not judge. Anyway, let's talk about the fun thing of spending money on stuff that you probably shouldn't. Merchandising.
I am a professional on that.
Oh, this is over. All right, who wants to hear about a sale that's already too late to get?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah. So yes, Amazon was running a huge sale on Pony. A lot of things, 44, 25, 44% off. You can get G5 figures. Apparently Sunny Star Scout was really dirt cheap in some cases. Brushy Mane, Izzy Mane, all sorts of fun stuff. Some of it is still going on apparently. You can get, well, not as cheap as it was. But yeah, everything was like 40, 60. You could get it really, really cheap. I mean, you could get a brushable Izzy for $9. How cool is that? Oh, you could have had Princess Pit Petals in her castle and have her fly to the castle. Wah.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, no, unfortunately, it looks like the sale is mostly over. So, yeah, we missed it. It was announced 2 days ago. Now it's gone. So I'm kind of bummed. I couldn't get to you guys fast enough. I'm sorry. That's on me. So instead, how about we talk about other merchy goodies? If I can find them. Here's a link with all the merch goodness, if I could find it. So,
If I had, here's a spot for my merch. If I had any.
Symbiote Studios has shown off a picture of a lot of Trixies. Have you ever wanted a giant pile of Trixies?
No.
Oh, well, you're the only one.
Her ego's big enough as it is.
But yes, the Symbiote Studios has already made basically made the main six over the last couple of years, being apparently the newest plushie maker on the market, mass production plushie maker, I should add. And if anything is to go by with the history of the other ones being $30 a pop, looks like Trixie is soon to be coming up and will also be $30. So you can have your own Trixie little horse for $30. How nice. And of course,
a rarity for 30 bucks.
Yep. And of course, I believe that the next one that is coming out after that will be Starlight Glimmer. But yeah, you can get pins and plushies.
With the tricks.
Yeah. Honestly, these are awesome plushies. I wish we had these in the early days of the fandom, but then again, let's see. It doesn't come with a hat and a cape.
Well, then again, if it was in the early days, Hasbro might have had words.
Honestly, I don't think it does, which makes it even more hilarious that Applejack does have a hat.
Well, considering all the times she's never got her hat, I feel blessed.
Ooh, yeah, right. I don't... No, this is your opportunity to make your own hat and cape.
Exactly.
It's like selling a Barbie without her clothes. What the hell?
And you know, it's perfect because she's running around all the time. So if it's not the greatest job, the seams aren't correct, it's ratty, it's fine. Her cape probably looks like that after a month anyways.
Probably smells worse.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into the next little bit of merch for the Pride Month, because we can. So, in response to the Pride Month that is going on this month, Hasbro has released a limited edition G3 My Little Pony Pride t-shirt and canvas tote. So if G4 or G5 hasn't floated your boat and you have a horrible obsession with G3, okay, you know what? No,
Please
as
seek
long
help. We are here to, at the very least, understand you.
no. At least it's
I
not
would
G.
be more worried if it was G3.3.5.
There you go. That's the one you have to worry about. 3 is fine. I mean, heck, look at the Rainbow Pegasus there. I mean, she's pretty awesome. I love her.
At least I could look at this and say that's all right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of wish that more of the horses had the pinstriping. I do kind of miss that.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. It's horrible to draw it, but it is pretty to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have them.
But yes, you could get a T-shirt with that wonderful little image, or you can get a tote bag, and of course
Hey,
they
look,
also. Go ahead.
I was about to say, look, it's the best Autobot logo ever.
Yep. You also can get Rainbowtron. I'll just go with that, Rainbowtron, whatever.
Actually, that works far better because Rainbow Prime seems a little bit on the nose.
Primebow.
Rainbow Scream.
Oh, I love that. Sounds awesome.
After the death battle, Rainbow Dash became a transforming pony.
Anyway, so really quick heads up, if you also want a little bit of why not? Wait, are you? Oh, I'm gonna have to look closer into that. That scares me if that's true. If I just read that right, but Yeah, a little bit of profit from each of the shirt and the tote bag does go to, let's see, Youth Pride Inc., which is a nonprofit located in Rhode Island, actually, where Hasbro's native to.
That's nice.
We're
Yeah.
on the road to Rhode Island.
And here's something terrifying.
Be proud, be you.
No.
Be Furby.
No, not the...
Buy our Furbies.
Buy all our Furbies and toys!
I'm
So-
sorry, with the white negative space, it looked just like pony heads.
I thought that for a second, and then when I read Furby, I had to look closer. I'm so sad I did. So,
Color palettes masking their outlines didn't help much.
Minimalism does that.
anywho, let's go ahead and continue on with the rest of our merch. We have Misty
Merchandise.
Brighton. Misty Brighton with her Kitty Mark Magic figure that is being advertised on Amazon. Oh, that is minty. Oh yeah, it's also the
I would say the Generations.
Generations figure set that's coming out. That just caught me off guard for some reason.
Sorry,
Rainbow Celebration.
We were here for
Oh!
best current.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, we are here for best current horses, then other best horses appeared.
So Misty, considering that she has a molded mane head and a brushable tail, it's no surprise that her price tag is at $8.99. So, for the big rainbow 6-character set off for the 40th anniversary, how much do you think this is going to set you back if you get this?
Oh, at least 50.
I'd say 40 or 35.
Got 50, we got 40 to 35. Anybody else want to take any guesses? Chat room is free to also do their own guesses. And the grand price that has recently been announced for the United States, I might add. $1 million. No. Might as well be, though. $64.99.
Ooh.
That's gonna be 90 where I am.
So, let's see. And this is for how many different ponies in here? 6. So, about $11 per pony.
Not
In fairness,
too
they have
bad.
brushable hair on both ends.
And it's probably a bit bigger box, depending on the size of these guys. So,
Yeah, I should have aimed higher.
hmm By the way, the only real reason outside of owning Misty is you can have the Unity Stones.
no, you didn't miss too much, just my mates. Just me slowly losing my mind. Though I appear to be recovering from the coffee
My
crash.
God is the sun. Praise the sun.
Praise my God.
No, praise the marshmallow.
By the way, I did pick up like the Cog henchman from Power Rangers Zeo earlier this week, and it's the clear one, and I'm like, oh no, my engineering brain is going places.
Cool. Not relevant. Let's go ahead and move on to something relevant. This case, the official G1, G4, and G5 My Little Pony avatars recently released by Hasbro as well, in order to celebrate Children's Day, which was a few days ago. So if you didn't
In China.
if you didn't in China,
Actually,
no.
Japanese.
It
No,
is-
it's in China.
It's a school holiday in China. So if you didn't steal your,
I
if you
heard of Children's Day in Japan, so I just assumed.
Yeah, it's part. Yeah, Children's Day in Japan is part of a Golden Week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
that's
which
already
did
come
which did happen too. So yeah, it was pretty close to one another. But yeah, if you didn't get your chance to get a Chinese child, you can always try next year. Okay, anyway, moving on to all seriousness here.
Do I have to get the dragon in here?
No, I said seriousness. So they've released a bunch of avatar images. So if you ever wanted to have one of the main 6 as an avatar, or one of the main 5 as your avatar, or a random G1 as your avatar, include with a little stylized background
Big
things there.
hole in here.
Coal Dust, it's your chance. You can be. I think that might be Windy Whistles right there.
Oh, I know one of these is Posey.
Avatar. Well, just plain avatar image for like message boards, Discord.
Discord.
We're not going to mention anything else because we don't think I don't think anybody should acknowledge their existence anymore.
Social media just being social media.
Yeah, pretty much. Social media avatars, essentially. Social media and chat groups. Or maybe you can use it as your work avatar and put a power move on.
Is there a site called Mastodon or something?
Oh yeah, there's Mastodon too. Yeah, do Mastodon. That's nice.
Yeah, that's always
It
and choosing on that.
It is actually kind of fun seeing the different art styles. You got kind of a pastel-looking one for the main 6. Got something a little more of the glossy, shiny kind of art style for the G5s. And artistic expression is the best way I can interpret the G1s. But they all have
They're
their
a little bit like sketch or cell art.
Either case, it's pretty cool.
The G4 ones are the best. The G1 is second to last, or the G5.
And
Yeah, I would put G1 at the bottom just because of we get full images versus sketch art.
Yeah, I'm kind of with them. The G5 I would put at the bottom just because it looks overly plastic. The art style just makes it look like they're a bunch of plastic figures.
Yes.
Anyway,
the hip looks like she's made out of rubber.
And thus a new internet craze has been born. All right, now really quick.
Cole is here.
Hi, Cole.
Hello.
Are you ready to talk? Are you ready to talk spoilers, Cole?
Oh, I should watch that episode, shouldn't I?
Yes. But that's not the That's not the spoilers we're going to be talking about just yet, though.
Oh, okay. I'm down. Let's go.
All right, so we're putting up a spoiler tag just as a warning, and also as well, technically a warning for any of our Discord posters as well. Reminder that Bridal Woodstock. This is wrong. It's not 3 days. Do you know how much time we have? Tomorrow. It comes out tomorrow.
Whoa, shit. Is it really that soon? Damn.
Yeah, Bridal Woodstock will be coming out tomorrow, a new special. And along with that will be 6 new episodes of Make Your Mark. So we're talking... We're talking a full hit of pony here. So I do want to make the warning once again. Please, please, please keep any discussion concerning Bridal Woodstock and the new season in the show chat only. The
spoilers.
The spoiler.
Spoilers chat.
Well, it's technically the show chat. It just allows spoilers. So keep it in there for at least 2 weeks. We will give you the heads up when it is no longer spoiler territory. But please, please give people a chance to look at it. Yes, it's on Netflix. Yes, you can watch it instantly. People either don't have the time or they don't want to give Netflix the money because they've been doing some weird crap lately.
Or they got cut off because of said weird crap.
Is this the spoiler advisory warning?
A little bit.
We're gonna have to make a graphic for a spoiler advisory warning system.
I have one, the GIF of Rarity saying no spoilers.
Oh, but I love the spoilers. It's just an awesome little image right there.
No, second. Yours is fine.
But I would like actually maybe a new graphic for it would be fun too. As fun as the spoilers is.
Ooh, I have the easiest one. The spoilers, and somehow I'm taped up or a no-toe sign. Because of my habits.
We're going to go ahead and move on. And, of course, we do also have the official music video for Iconic, which is one of the big music productions that are going to be released for Pony Stock.
Damn, someone took CMC's color palette and amped it up.
Right. So, Bridal Woodstock, it is one of the key music things. So, if you want to listen to the music video before the special comes out, you have the opportunity to do so. And if you want to hear the rest of the music, of course, you could go ahead and look on one of the links that I have not put it here. There we are. This is what I get for not sorting. The Bridalwood soundtrack has 5 different songs and has now been released everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal. Where in the world are they? Anyway, YouTube Music, and just plain YouTube in general. But yes, the entire soundtrack is already out, so yeah, you can hear the songs now before the special's even out. Try and guess when they come out. Da-da-da-da-da. But yes, again, please remember spoilers. Give people a chance to watch the special. If you don't, we will be very cross. And with that, the warnings are out of the way for now. Let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the news, starting off with the comics now. Told you we had a lot of news this week. We, of course, are talking about the retail incentive cover for issue 18 of G5. I have no idea who this is, but it looks like it's a Foxy antagonist. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Go to the toilet corner.
No, you can't punish me. You can't put me there. I'm the one that built it.
Just our little friend. Hey, look, they have popcorn and everything. They're just watching the show. It's fine.
Yeah, they're just having a good old time. I do kind of like the art style there. It's really nice.
It's very fluffy. It's great.
Yeah. Speaking of fun artistic style, we have a 6-page preview for issue 13 that is soon to come up. This, of course, is dealing with a big festival and a bake-off happening on that.
I said shenanigans.
Well, oh, come on, you can't say shenanigans. I mean, look at the announcer. He's got his hair combed back, he's got a bow tie, and he's got that big cheesy grin like a 1980s super movie villain. He is perfectly on the nose. Seriously, why does everybody have cocked eyebrows?
Question.
I don't know. Maybe it's because they're all suspicious, or everyone followed the rock meme way too closely.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead. Anyway, if you want,
Argyle.
just go enjoy the wonderful, cute image of Sunny enjoying wonderful cookies here for a quick moment. While we move
Why
on,
is it so adorable?
because it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But we also have IDW Publishing has announced that they're going to be releasing a series based on the My Little Pony Tell Your Tale, apparently.
Really?
Which is, the reason it says apparently is the confusion in regards to all of that is they announced that they weren't going to be releasing any new MLP Comics series this year. So the fact that they announced that they're going to be doing a series based off of Tell Your Tale is kind of curious.
Hasbro wrote it. Hasbro found their checkbook again.
There you go. Either that or they're gearing up to announce it at the very start of next year.
Yeah.
Just January 1st, 2024. Happy New Year! By the way, we're coming out with a new series. Just immediately.
We're taking a break from the main series to focus on the side series.
Ooh, that could do it. Speaking of taking a break
Build
from the...
bridge to the moon.
And this, I'm really hoping that there's a poster for this somewhere when this comes out. All of the IDW Endless Summer Connecting Comics series have shown up. You can see how they're all cobbled together here.
There's so many new female characters in the Sonic comics, I swear.
You monster. Ruining sandcastles, just everybody's fun at the beach.
Actually, I find it more interesting. You basically got Sonic running across all of them, but yeah, he ruins a sandcastle. But behind the Dungeons and Dragons, you got the skull of a beast of some sort. They're on this beach, and right there's a skull of something. It's like, what the hell kind of beach are they on?
Just being
All right,
menaced
and
by
in
a shield.
fairness,
Monkey Island.
well, on the Sonic side, those 3 have been very popular, especially Whisper. Bionicle represent.
Yay, nothing like Sonic having more characters for its freaking...
They couldn't use the Archie, the Saturday characters, unfortunately, but I understand.
Damn you, Archie!
Though I got to admit, it is really interesting to still see the Dungeons and Dragons characters from the 1980s cartoon in a comic series now.
And the fact that there's a unicorn there and there's a unicorn right near it.
I think
It's two completely different styles of horse. It's great.
and it looks like the unicorn's having a stroke with what he's saying. It's just like, why are they so colorful?
No, he's looking at Izzy like, gosh, wow.
Actually, I don't know how he's looking at him. I can't tell if he's just doing the keep smiling and you won't get hurt, or the infatuated and we're about to get a crossover art we never wanted.
It is one of the two. Flip a coin.
Kitch is just looking at the poor wizard and like, you okay, dude?
Anyway.
Well, it might be looking at Sonic too. I don't know. Anyway, have fun trying to figure this one out. Seriously, this whole thing is a man. Oh wait. Actually, there is one thing I noticed outside of the Sonic run. It looked like the covers were literally pretty separate from one another. You can easily tell the distinction from one to the other.
Yeah.
Except the seagulls.
The sequel's kind of.
The seagulls blended between the Dungeons and Dragons and Sonic. That is the only thing outside of Sonic himself that actually ties them together.
A little bit of the sand explosions in the back.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? Fair enough. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Also.
In fact, okay. Actually, I see what it is. That was Sonic ran through all four.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sonic's.
I
thought Zip or Pip blew down Donnie's sandcastle first.
I would also say a little bit of the ridge for the skull you can see on MOP, but
No, I think that's pretty much cut off. I mean, as hilarious it would be, I doubt we would ever see a giant dragon skull in an MLP comic. That would be amazing and hilarious. And
also, it
they
kind
go to
of
enormous sizes in the G4 or maybe G5 universe. We have no idea.
well, yeah, but we usually don't see skulls all that often to begin with. Anyway, that is the comic coverage, literally, that is coming out. And so let's go ahead and move on to the next thing that we're probably going to be talking about next week or the week after that. The Crypt of the Necropony. My Little Pony mod for Crypt of the Necrodancer has been released. This is a fairly extensive mod. It replaces all of the characters with different pony models, with different art, and also slightly changed narrative.
Where's Gem Horse?
Of course, you're fine.
Gem Horse. Okay. But yes, I actually did test this out last night on Crypt of the Necrodancer for just a little bit. I haven't unlocked Squat because I wanted to actually give a full review of it on the show at some point. But yeah, no, it was easy to install. It was easy to activate, and yeah, it incorporates itself really well. So yeah, new pony mod.
You gotta have rhythm.
Well, some of this art actually might have been based off of Fighting is Magic, but at the same,
that Applejack looks very.
It looks like it, but at the same time, a lot of the art also looks kind of like it on its own too.
I was about to say, like, if you look at the vinyl, that looks like a very familiar picture I've seen from a while ago. Just that pose.
Well, it's definitely one of those things. This fandom's been around long enough that there's reference images abound.
And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they just digitized a bunch of images. I mean, look at Twilight. I mean, she's got the no wings crazy look going on there. So who knows? By the way, if anybody is curious, Cadence is the quote unquote main character for the mod.
Well, that's because Cadence is the name of the character in Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Oh, well, never would have guessed on that.
Look at Cadence of Hyrule, the crossover between Zelda and Crypt of the Necrodancer.
That doesn't. No, what? No! I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Anyway, yeah, check it out. Links for the Steam Workshop, easy enough to install. We will do a full review of it on the show in the next week or two. Next, for the month, Hasbro is celebrating Pride Month on social media. And that means literally throwing every pony that they have into every pony. You got G4, you got G5, Make Your Mark, and Tell Your Tale. You got Pony Life G4. You got G1 or G2 or G3. It's hard to tell with that one.
Notice there's no G3 or
we know
G3,
the horror.
No, actually, the horror is that we don't have the ponytails.
Oh, Cole's gonna be sad.
Coldust, are you here?
Not mentally. What'd I miss?
Well,
Good answer.
you know what? Maybe you're better off. Well, no, Hasbro celebrated the Pride Month on social media. Put up a nice...
hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. They put up a nice little image here with a bunch of different pony generations. Including,
Nice.
Yep, G4, Pony Life, Tell Your Tale, Make Your Mark, and it looks like G1. And nothing else.
Oh, they don't have My Little Ponytail. Well, actually, you know what? I can understand why they didn't put My Little Ponytails, because if I'm honest, I don't actually have anything to say. Actually, I could probably find some pretty decent ships in My Little Ponytail that are way better than the actual stray ships that they were trying to push, because, oh my gosh, what was their male cast? You had Teddy, who was kind of awful in every way. I don't know what Sweetheart saw in him at all. Like, she insisted that he had a genuine side, but it's like it was so constantly out, his toxicity towards her and everyone just outweighed all of any positive attributes that I could see in him. But hey, whatever. Personally, I feel like
Sweetheart likes jerks.
Evidently, I don't know.
Well,
I
anyway.
would honestly put it to the simple fact they did not write the men to have any redeeming qualities. They just wrote them to be annoying.
Well,
You see, there was one male character that had some vague redeeming qualities, and that was oh gosh, what was his name? It wasn't like Spear. What was it? Damn, I can't remember his name. He's blue. He's not Teddy. He's
That's a hell of a description for any character in that show.
he's not Teddy.
He's one of the three boys that isn't Teddy and isn't the jock. He was the one who is like the polite-ish one, but also he comes from a rich family, so that's just a ticking time bomb for him to be awful, I guess.
Yeah.
True enough.
So none of them have redeeming qualities.
Oh,
As I said, they did not write men good in that show.
But then let's also take a look at and see, did they write anyone good in there?
I don't think
the answer
so.
is yes. They wrote one good person, a good man no less, and that is Clover's dad.
You know
He's an
what?
artist. He
Yes.
cares about the environment, and also he's got a thick ass.
You know what,
Dude
Cole?
rocks.
You have converted me. Raise the Clover.
Let's go.
No, Clover's dad, not Clover, not her. Her dad.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead. So yeah, looks like there was a lot of social media postings on a lot of different Hasbro properties. Some of them put a little more effort, and some not so much. Case in point, Power Rangers rainbowified the lightning bolt.
Yeah,
Peppa Pig.
Power Rangers had a
Peppa Pig just had a bunch of the
Pig
characters
wear.
in front of a rainbow.
No, the horror that
Dungeons and Dragons. Rainbowified the Dungeons and Dragons insignia and put it on clothing you can buy.
You know what? That's awesome.
Is that? It feels very corporate.
It is very
Yeah.
corporate.
Play-Doh.
but it-
All of this is corporate. We're just having fun with it at this point.
Yep.
Play-Doh just used different rainbow Play-Dohs to make a rainbow, which is still
companies
nice.
only care about you as long as you're making them.
Oh, this is... I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, points for some kind of cleverness, I guess. I mean, it is in the shape of a rainbow. It is kind of in the shape of
you
a
know
rainbow.
what? I say approve, because Monopoly is something that brings and tears people apart. Like a relationship.
I don't think you.
See, this is why I just walk away every time he talks. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next little bit of news here. So, speaking of which, also a bit of a heads up for those who haven't watched it. As the Misty clears, the newest Tell Your Tale episode has released, and boy, does it imply a lot is about to happen. But, we'll be talking about this episode in a bit, so if you haven't watched it, you have about 5 minutes to go ahead and get it in there before you do.
Bow before me, you feeble followers.
That's one way to put it. Anyway, so there's your warning and also your heads up. And also a reminder, as we mentioned already, the Newbie Artist Training Ground is set to start on June the 7th. 2 days, if you're watching this live. Of course, it's June the 7th at 9 p.m. So it will not be starting the exact day of the 7th, but maybe your evening of the 7th or the morning of the 8th, depending on how you sleep or update yourself. And once again, we are encouraging people to try and participate, whether it's a first time or maybe just to challenge yourself or just get some art practicing in. If you have an interest in art and you just want an excuse to do something, I'd say this works. It's an excuse, go for it. Yay.
Yeah.
And finally, the Book RPG has released another teaser, and this is probably one of the more interesting classes I've ever heard. Party Maestro.
Sorry, I just had the music maestro from Batman the Brave and the Bold playing in my
Me
head.
too. I was just watching that.
The Beauty Meister. It's Meister, not Maestro. Oh my god, you hurt.
I have no clue what you guys are talking about, but cool.
Yeah. Anyway, Party Maestro, which is not related to a music meister, it can start at parties anytime, anywhere, and with anyone. I'll leave that to your interpretation what that means. But of course, it talks about the party ponies, like Cheese Sandwich. Of course, it means that they have a perk of party power and able to magically get anybody to get started on a party. However, they have a hang-up of fun exhaustion, where too much noise and excitement can be very wary, and once you've used up their perk once per day, any subsequent uses to annoy the crap out of people. You'll still get friendship points, but you're going to be that person.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the background bonds, you can have a little fun with this one. Random roll of just want everyone to have fun. Party's a great way to avoid thinking about things that upset you.
Just ignore everything and make it until it all goes away.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the description of vinyl in the early days of the fandom.
Yeah.
It's tragic.
But yes, it's fun to see the Party Maestro. So a nice little send up there for the RPG. And with that brings us off of the RPG segment and on to the content creation. Or in this case, fan submissions and suggestions, which had our challenge of the week. And that challenge of the week was montage. But we also
Blue!
Yes, the Protest Initiative challenge of blue.
Blue!
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 Blue.
You know, it's
Blues,
easy
blues.
because at least one of every show member has some blue on them.
What
Yes.
you talking about?
Unfortunately, I kind of ran into the same situation I'm probably going to be running into forever now until I start doing things outside. So I basically had to draw when I had free time during work today. So I sketched this out. I only had 2 times to clean it up a bit.
This looks great, Circuit.
But yes, the montage of Circuit painting a picture, getting more and more intense, just to end up with literally a blue picture.
I love it. It's perfect. No notes. 10. You did great.
I wish I could have cleaned it up a little bit more, but I think I'm glad I got the idea across with it at least.
I just love how happy and proud he is of the blue, as he should be. He worked hard on it. It looks great. Look at that smile. That is adorable. 10 out of 10.
Thank you, Just My Mage. Hello, Judd. The blue best picture. Just like the tiles in the pool. Yes. He was arting the tile of the pool.
Yeah. Who remembers that short now?
Oh, no, I goofed it. I just realized I did goof it. Oh. The top right here. This was supposed to be... I was supposed to... Okay, I goofed it right here. One little thing I didn't notice till now. This was supposed to be a hose. He's supposed to literally be spraying the canvas down with blue paint.
Well, it kind of gets that implied, given the fact that there's a tube.
Well, yeah, but it's supposed to be a hose down there, and the little blue paint kind of spurting out of it.
Circuit, now I just want you to make an edit of this where it's just like it is this, but like it then just extends down into like you know that classic Tumblr post, the first Tumblr post, do you like the colors of the sky?
Yeah.
I might remember. I don't recall it right off the top of my head.
It's because of how Tumblr always had blue, but it constantly shifts hue.
No. Not even close.
Do you like the picture of the sky and it just shows a ton of things of the sky, including the night and whatnot? I was like, yeah, which part?
Yeah. I was like, do you like the colors of the sky? Which one? And it's just like it goes forever. It's like it's an infamous post because like if you were scrolling Tumblr in the old age of Tumblr, back before it like at a certain length just kind of abbreviated a post. It used to be that anytime you'd scroll past it, you'd have to scroll forever. It's like one that you'd see all the time. Usually every instance of it, you'd see it about 3 times. So you got into the habit of just like hitting that scroll wheel and going all the way down as fast as you could and scrolling down to oblivion. And
by the way, I have found it. It's from 2013.
Yes.
That sounds about right.
Did you find the Hell Gates, Cole?
What about Hellgate?
The portals in Oblivion.
What?
I don't know. The only Hellgate I know is the bridge into New York.
Do you know Elder Scrolls Oblivion?
No, he does not. By the way, speaking of Tumblr, is a little thing that I kind of had the creative art process. But I start with the line art, and I emphasize like the actual tool being used here. Then you go through the flat colors, and then you make them the right shade.
Man, it's been so long I don't even remember what they're actually called.
But I actually did a nice creative process here.
That's definitely interesting looking.
I like it. Doing great.
Neat.
And yes, the only reason that chair is a brighter green than anything else in that middle image is because of Second.
All right.
That makes sense.
All right, and of course we do have the Kalsakai CPU battle tourney. So who's ready to see who wins the match 2?
Let's boogie.
Okay, get this turned down a little bit. All right, we're gonna just skip ahead. Of course, this match is Commander Something and CMC. I don't know if Commander Something is still around. CMC, of course, is listening in. So, unfortunately, he can't comment outside of random chat messages.
Yeah. Commander is still around.
Oh, yep, there he is. There's a Commander Something. Oh, they can trash talk each other in the chat room. It's perfect.
Haha!
Commander Something. He's been shortened to something.
Certain is something.
He is the something.
This is such an image. I don't know. Why is he talking?
Oh, and there goes the hammer. CMC come back with the backslash. Ooh.
Oh, oh, oh!
Oh.
Commander, no!
Wait, hold on. Of those 1960s Batman sound effects?
Oh my God, they are.
Oh!
Commander! Oh. Oh, this is so wrong, but he's got the band hammer. Of course he's got to be powerful.
CMC trying to channel the powers of Beautiful Joe to no effect.
Oh, and Commander's right on it. Oh, CMC, nice uppercut. The hammer is mightier, though. Oh, the clash.
I know what's better than the sword. It's not the pen, it's the hammer.
Oh, I think there's some chip damage going. Oh, and CMC with the super. Rider kick.
Well, he did channel Beautiful Joe there for a second.
Oh, CMC
oh no!
Dragging on the reins. Oh, KO, one each.
Oof.
By the way, I am going to look at the chat after this. Because it's just so enticing. Ah, the sword is being wielded very well. Oh, and now his super is in effect. And oh, whee! The banning has happened.
Like drop.
More like backdrop.
Oh, the clash is happening. And CMC has won the clash, but Commander has him down.
Oh no! Oh, that was a crucial miss.
Oh. CMC has this.
Commander had that.
Roll, Commander.
Yeah, I had it. Just that last crucial miss.
Final battle. Oh, the sword stack. Oh, CMC, you're killing it, man. Oh, the bad hammer's coming on. Shoulder rush. Oh, the block. The swing. Oh.
Bring out.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow, he did band hammer.
Battle.
The band hammer banned him.
The final battle is about to begin, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go.
Oh, shoulder rush. Grab. Choke slam. Oh, sorry, not choke slam. My fault.
All right, you're no longer allowed to comment.
Oh, but I was having fun there.
Did he? Oh, missed that.
He stopped the
the
super.
oh,
He stopped the super. Oh, CMC super.
Oh, then stop that.
Done.
It's
And the
No.
banner kick has come through.
Oh,
This is what
wow.
happens when CMC eats enough venison jerky.
Picture perfect ending. I'm sorry. Commander, something I'm so sorry you lost that, but I gotta admit, that's a hell of a way to
You
go.
should've had that last one before the last one.
That other one, yeah, that was a lucky
The
dodge.
whiff, the CPU did not do you justice.
Oh, that was a lucky dodge. But that is a beautiful ending. That is a beautiful ending. If you were to go out, that's the way to go. That is absolutely the way to go. Not just like some cheap, not some cheap shin shot. Literally blown up.
This is just kind of confirming to me more and more. If you have a fast build, there's a higher chance of you winning in this game.
At least if you're the CPU.
Yeah, CPU, that's what I mean. The CPU likes the faster builds than the heavy
Yeah.
hitters.
Oh no, you're fighting CMC next round.
No, well, next time I fight, yes, but no. It looks like Cold
Not
Dust
the
and
next round.
looks like Cold Dust and Vaguely Creepy are the next ones to come up.
Oh yeah, you get to see the boob.
Yeah, no, the CPU wasn't exactly being really intelligent about how it was fighting.
It did the exact same thing in Light versus Circuit, if you noticed. Light kept trying to charge up the power attacks instead of just doing a poking. Instead of just poking and whittling down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to be doing that with the heavier hitters. It just makes it so they want to charge it for some weird reason.
Out of dumb curiosity, Kalsakai, what's the level that you have these CPUs at anyway?
And I have the line set for
Right.
you know,
Right, the roulette. Well, we are going to do one more roulette for the moment. However, it also may go by the wayside for a month due to the fact that the artist training ground is to come up, and that's going to be taking up a lot of time.
True. Well, but this is the fallback and the one for the whole month. That seem reasonable.
Picker wheel. Why can't I ever remember picker wheel?
And Chaos Guy says very hard, the hardest possible setting.
Okay, just curious.
Just so though, like, and we've seen it both times now. It's like, why is it that the people that have the more attack damage want to charge up, try to do more attack damage?
All right. Okay, got brace.
So weird.
Redraw. Yeah, it was a fun ring out. It was an entertaining fight. I am very happy with that fight. Ultra Fruit. Sorry, Judd. It is not our battling. It actually is completely orchestrated by Chaos Akai, who created 8 different Soul Calibur characters based off of us, and is having them fight each other to the death. Which, saying it out loud, is kind of questionable. But
well, if we were fighting against each other, I would lose because I don't play video games at all.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just basically reacting to what he posts. We have no input in it whatsoever. We're leaving it to his own devices for that.
Which kind of has me concerned since I have a big old sword.
It's okay, Judd. I'm just letting you know. Actual horse.
Hose.
An actual
Oh,
hose.
no.
Oh, it is an actual hose. Is it hose or horse? I just want to get that corrected.
There's no R, so it's hose.
Well, it could have been a typo. Wait, Draconicus.
DM.
DM.
Yeah, HOSE.
Oh, actual hose. Okay, my apologies. Sorry, I gotta admit, actual horse would have been hilarious, but yeah, hose, I get it, yeah.
A horse. Do it.
Actual horse, hat horse, a horse, a horse. We have to draw a horse now. We just picked it right here. Okay.
You know, I now question, since I don't know Suki's, base moveset, how will that act? Because I'm foreseeing not getting through to fight the victor.
All right, giving a quick moment for people to get in if they haven't had a chance yet. And also getting ready for the talk of As the Misty Clears. Because, oh boy, did this one do some fun things.
I am just really curious now for the next up. If we figure out, we can just see who's the heavier hitter and who's the quicker one, and just see if the pattern keeps going.
And we're Batman. Next week's challenge is Batman. However, Batman is interpreted to you, though, is up to you to draw. Are you doing Batman? Are you doing a pony dressed up like Batman? Are you doing basically Yakuza Kiwami with Goro using the bat as Batman? How do
an old Batman in a one of those power scooters, yelling "Get off my lawn!" and one of the ears are crooked.
Goro Majima. Majima with the bat. That's your Batman.
The Batman.
Here you go.
All right, Batman it is. But we also have the Protest Initiative Challenge.
Right, the Protest Initiative Challenge this week is 7:30 activities.
Sorry, because
you
you
know
said
that.
I don't think you want to know. I don't think you want to know what I can do at 7:30 in the morning.
7:30.
It doesn't have to be in the morning, though.
Wait,
Either way,
I didn't say in the morning.
No, he didn't. 7:30 activities.
Then again, also 7:30 in the morning is probably me feeding Rally.
I was saying 7:30 in the morning is me working.
7:30 is
at night is when I'm generally about ready to go to bed.
7:30 is when I'm trying to get the urge to work.
In the evening?
Yes.
7:30
in
at
the
night
morning.
is,
It's in the morning.
Yeah, sleep time. 7:30 in the morning. Well, if you have issues getting up to get going to work, just wake up at 5 every morning like me.
All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and talk about the latest episode of Tell Your Tale, because this one is a bit of a doozy, and if it is anything to deal with Make Your Mark, I think it's going to tie into the Make Your Mark specials, the episodes that are coming out in a couple of days. So might as well also address it a little bit too. Of course, we're gonna start off with this wonderful little image.
Of course.
And of course, the episode titled As the Misty Clears. And boy, did this one I think this one might end up being one of those ones that can send lore up going all over the place. So, why is it? What is going on with this episode? Well, let's start off with the simple fun of it all. We of course are dealing with Misty, who is doing self-psychology with puppets. Literally, I'm doing a Smeagol and Golem out of these. Yes.
Her inner conflict is showing.
You literally that. It's like, yes, you want to do the evils. You want to get the approval of the queen. The queen will give you a cutie mark and maybe other things. No, love your friends. They're good friends. It's actually quite amazing here.
Second, do I need to bring up the Croak gif? I will bring up the Croak gif.
No.
They're your real actual friends, not your pretend friends that you have online on the sites that keep bashing you online.
DM careful, because some of us are that.
Okay, anyway,
I'm talking about the out of control ones, not the ones like these.
Anyway, getting back on track here. Of course, she gets interrupted by none other than Sunny. Just like, Izzy, Misty, sorry. I keep doing that. Misty, what are you doing? Nothing? Really? Nothing? Nothing at all? I didn't see you doing anything? No, I wasn't playing with my dolls again. Good.
I swear, I wasn't down there, I swear.
I wasn't playing with my dolls again. Good.
They're action figures.
God damn it, Spaceballs!
How many assholes we have on this show?
Yo!
Apparently we have 5 of them. Here they all are right here.
Yeah, I just see 3 assholes at the most.
We're all judging you. Secretly judging you.
Izzy's like, I want to get in on this.
Of course, she quickly tries to hide away the fact that she is trying to be her own psychiatrist. No, it's something I read in a self-help book. I swear I could do it on my own. I don't need to pay somebody $500 in a session. I just need puppets. Puppets. That's all you need, right? And of course, immediately while she's trying to explain what's going on, trying to explain away what's going on, who else calls but her mother? I mean, her caretaker. I mean, the spawn of evil.
Damn it, Mom, not right now.
Of course, I did gotta admit, this is just like, wow, she is an idiot if she just keeps popping up whenever she wants to. It's no wonder Misty hasn't gotten caught. Of course, she pops in. Misty immediately tries to hide, just like, no, there's nothing here. Go away.
Okay, get back in there, my personal demons.
Get back in there. Oh, so help me. You put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
She actually pushed that cloud back in. Like,
yeah.
What even?
Well, it has become apparent that the cloud has some sort of physical properties, at least. But yeah, she eventually.
No one's gonna question the pony they saw come out of it.
But of course, she's wrestling with it. Izzy is quick to pick up. Oh, you got that from Walmart, didn't you? You bought that thing for like $5, didn't you? Yeah, I bought it for $5, and it was on. It wasn't even on sale too. It was at their normal price of $5.
I should have bought the $20 one.
Yeah, the $5 ones are always cursed. Yeah, see, even they're concerned. Why did you buy a necklace for $5 at Walmart? Nobody does that.
Only grandparents who have no idea what to get their children.
Of course, she tries to explain it away, walks away, and our residents.
Look at that Pip right there. It's like she's looking down at something below her waistline, and I'm not gonna say what.
We're just gonna keep it moving on. But of course, the funny thing is, even Zip is like, you're kind of been acting weird lately. I mean, first we found you in the grandfather clock, and we didn't believe you first when you said you were looking for elixirs or playing Resident Evil.
Look, she's a trash bandit.
Yep, and sneaking around, and yep, literally a trash bandit right there. Even Sparky's a little bit confused by that
She's
one.
looking for trash pandas.
She's embraced her inner raccoon. She has listened to Izzy's song from the first season.
Of course, this is the one I like the most, and I think Hitch. That brings up Hitch, lining up his Hitch-headed pens in exact order.
When did they become eraser? Popular enough to be eraser heads.
I don't know, but then she immediately makes one crooked. The only
It's Sparky.
the thing is that was activity actually did get Hitch pissed off. That was you. My whole day was
triggered my OCD.
and
Well, he thought it was his son, and he punished him, and now he feels guilty because he didn't need to punish his son.
of course Misty is just like, no, it's no problem. I like this necklace anyway. It's not haunted. I mean, it's just $5. You know what? I'll go ahead and refund it or do whatever. Don't ask me again. I'm walking away.
There's not an evil pony living in this necklace, I swear.
Yeah. It's two evil ponies. And they're fighting each other for dominance, so it's perfectly safe.
And one of them's my alter ego. No, I don't want to finish the rest of that.
And of course, she's grappling with the fact that she doesn't know what in the world she's going to do, and now they're eyeing the necklace, so obviously that's going to be a problem. So what does she do immediately? Oh look, fruit. I'm going to go ahead and grab fruit.
I'm gonna please my slave driver.
Yep. Gonna get this big old fruit that is not questionable in any way. And then she immediately puts down the necklace that they've been starting to look after and says, stay put.
The thorns were a thorn in her side.
Yep. Stay put. Oh no, it didn't stay put. Yep. Zip
He
grabs the
wants
necklace.
shiny.
And of course, with the fact that the necklace is gone, Misty immediately freaks out. And it kind of feels like she's close to breaking down. I mean, look at that. That is sad. That is sad and panic all at once.
She's going to kill me. I can never show my face at the evil lair again.
And just as I finally perfected my evil laugh. Of course, back at the hive, Izzy starts to look over. It's just like, I believe. Yes, this is actually a $10 necklace from Walmart. She lied. This is perfectly safe and it's not cursed at all. So immediately, Izzy does what she does best and puts on the forbidden object.
Someone has to be the guinea pig.
And she has become lost to time.
Dun, 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 dun.
And of course, no, it becomes much worse. She gets a dark shade over her eyes and becomes a SoundCloud rap artist.
She throws insults left and right at the Pegasus and Earth ponies. Like, I thought we got the racism out of her.
Nope. Nope. In fact, she goes completely nuts to the point that she even splashes in the sink and does the most horrible thing she can ever imagine. She crushes her arts and craft horse. She had to sacrifice 3 ponies for the glue to make that.
No, she had to sacrifice 3 ponies' hooves for that.
And of course, the moment she takes off the necklace, oh, the awareness.
Sunny is like, I am glad I took this, took it off this bitch.
It's like no, Peter! I sacrificed Peter for the glue. I actually liked Peter. Okay. I should have gone with a better joke. Elmer, no.
Peter Cottontail or Peter Parker?
And this is when it becomes real fun here because the necklace opens up its eyes.
Open up your eyes.
And immediately flings itself onto Hitch. Hitch, of course. Hitch becomes the next victim.
Hitch accidentally becomes based.
He becomes so based that he actually learns to smile.
Well, I'm sorry. I just saw a Digimon that has this premise, and it's like, damn.
Of course, yep. He is incredibly based. Why? Because he immediately grabs Pip and a trash can, says, "Litter for me."
Litter for me, dirty, dirty girl.
Seriously, I mean, he gets so excited by this. It's amazing.
His child drove him to do this.
And yes, he's having the time of his life.
Well, like, at least he's littering indoors.
Yeah. And, of course, a necklace flies off of him and onto our
This is the worst pony to have it.
No, this is the best pony to have it because she has a social media in presence, which means
she becomes based.
And she immediately canceled on Trotter.
What are you talking about? She stopped caring about all the look stuff and then decided to take up guitar. She became based.
Not guitar. Guitars. She became super bass. Super bass.
Her own fashion line and other fashion lines, and got
look at her go.
Blacklisted from every company afterwards.
Look at her expressing herself.
I did my time.
And then immediately breaks the guitars. One solo, that's all you get out of the 4 guitars.
She was just splitting them apart so that way she could share them with her friends.
And of course,
that's splitting hairs.
Of course, immediately flings it around and off the necklace goes to someone else. Leaving her to completely freak out of the fact that she probably just broke the only 4 guitar in the history.
That her and also her main was out of place. Like, what the fuck did I do with it?
And of course, while that's going on, Missy is trying to find the necklace because of what else is she going to do? And then here's the noises and panic going on in the castle or lighthouse. The fact that one of the windows is shattered kind of indicates that things have gone real wrong. And that's when we see just how badly things have gotten. Of course, Izzy destroying everything, Hitch littering everywhere. Hitch is...
Trash. Wonderful trash. Bring me all your trashy movies next.
Sunny apparently becomes anti-friendship. Every pony for
They're good
themselves.
for losers.
And the Zip is kind of hilarious because she basically becomes the evil queen.
Which is ironic because she doesn't want to be a queen.
She doesn't want to be a queen, and she definitely wouldn't be an evil one. So, yeah.
Kneel before me, you peasant fools.
Of course, Misty finally realizes, oh wait, it's the necklace spewing poisonous gas like it's freaking carbon, like it's a carbon monoxide detector in the 2000s. I don't know. I had a joke and it died.
It wants to absorb everyone in its negative vibes, man.
And now here's the one thing that I find kind of hilarious in a weird way. She immediately starts dodging and weaving while to get the pendant that is just sitting there spewing smoke.
She had to avoid.
I mean, they're cool moves, but
gas.
it's literally just a bunch of smoke.
Smoke that turns you evil.
Well, here's the thing. Remember, smoke monsters can kill you. And I don't mean the nicotine ones.
This is Equestria. Smoke monsters are a real threat here.
And of course, she does the only thing she can do to stop an evil necklace. She gives her the stare down and says, "I'm returning you to Walmart for store credit."
Not store credit.
She-Hulk smash.
And of course, that kills the evil power of the pendant. No, not store credit. Even I think that's wrong.
I'm not that old yet.
I'm still usable.
And of course, everybody wakes up from their insanity.
Pip looks like she has mud on her face. Well, Izzy is like, oh, she crossed out Mr. Snips.
And Sunny brings it up to everybody. Why do I feel like I've just done the most horrible... I feel like I just posted racist things on Twitter. Why do I feel like I just went off on a tangent and endorsed...
No, no, sweetie. That was easy. Oh, wait. You were using Izzy's account. Never mind then.
Yeah, she finally says, like, you know what? Sorry, that's my bad. You see, I have a confession. Everybody come here. Let me go ahead and confess. Guess we gotta do this. So she brings him out to a cliffside and says, "You're right. I didn't buy this from Walmart. I actually found this from an old gypsy that was traveling around. He looked about 100 years old. Told me it comes with a tabacus, but it came with a free yogurt. Who could say no to free yogurt?"
Which was also cursed.
The yogurt was also cursed, which is why I keep hearing voices in my head. I have puppet therapy now.
Sounds like you still need Muppet therapy.
So immediately she throws the pendant to the ground, which cracks open and spews a large column of dark energy out into the air. And nobody asks a single damn thing.
Well, that's not true.
Well, I stand corrected. Okay. They see the dark energy of death. I mean, for God's sake. I mean, look, Izzy and Hedge look like they realize they just saw the equivalent of Poltergeist coming out. Zip is looking like, holy crap, I just discovered something and this can't be good. Pip, I think, is having a heart attack there for a moment.
She's praying to her horse god to have no attachments follow her.
And then immediately, all Sunny can go is, feel better. Not, what the hell was that? Not, what in the world is going on? How in the world do you have a necklace of cursed death that is making everybody basically anti-them? Just, are you feeling better?
No, she said, are you feeling better after letting go of your negative drug-inducing habit?
And of course, Misty does confirm with a simple, "Yes, I feel good, Magic Cat Man. I am ready to dance the Concord and drink the grapes of wrath."
Oh god, that's an old reference.
By the way, does anybody have any pony blood? I need a drink. All right, that's
Oh,
enough.
yeah,
That was
I
a.
could go for some glue.
But of course, the funny thing is that everybody starts to go about their merry way. Oh, look, we're all happy now. Nobody is cursed. We're not going to question this at all. Hitch, of course, does the one and sees a piece of litter and drops it. Hitch is actually the new evil mastermind now. He is planning a big litter bomb.
Then he picks it right back up again.
Yeah, pretty much. It's Hitch. There's no way he would ever do that. And yes, so that is it for As the Misty Clears episode. The episode that basically has just told us, oh crap. I think this implies a lot in the lore if we really want to push it. And of course, it does indicate that Misty is either breaking the bonds or has broken the bonds. I think it's breaking for the most part, but she's probably still got to do the big confrontation against her.
Sunny's story from the series, from the main series, might have been right about the first pony murder, if that was the cause.
I wouldn't say the first pony murder, but the one that tipped everyone over.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, Secret does have a good point. The necklace only really shows up in Tell Your Tale, so the fact that this little thing of Tell Your Tale is ending just as the Make Your Mark specials are about to happen.
It's too perfect.
It is pretty perfect, and it might be well timed, or the reason for it.
Also, I applaud the actual people writing and running the lore. Bravo.
If there's a lore there. And unfortunately, Deathlight had to run off due to heat exhaustion.
The fact that the necklace didn't make it in the first main series earlier doesn't mean it wasn't there at all in the background or off screen.
Yeah, but yeah, it looks like a lot of the fandom is really enjoying the insanity of them, having just fun showing some of the stuff off here.
Oh, you know what that necklace reminds me of? A Gorgon's eye.
I guess that's one. But there is one thing that immediately came to mind. Had a couple of different thoughts in regards to the necklace here. So who wants to have a nice little extension of possible, at least headcanon in regards to what is going on here? Okay, fine. I'll just keep it to myself.
I just watched the episode this evening, Circuit. I wish I had more time to digest this.
Fair enough. Alright. Pit Punk. Yeah, Pit Punk was definitely interesting. I'll give it that. But yeah, no, the big thing Now, the big thing I was thinking about this and the necklace is just, it reminded me of one particular incident that happened in season 2 of G4. When everybody became discorded.
Chaos? Oh no.
So I'm actually wondering if it might be just tied in, since it basically made everybody the opposite of what they were.
And that future episode in G4, like, although I'm opposite Discord, I just love being helpful and all, and I'm negative Fluttershy, and I'm tired of being kind and quiet all the time.
Yeah, there's that too. And let's see, there is a theory that Opaline was realized that the necklace is still in, uses it to try to corrupt the main 5. The question about that is, why wouldn't have she used it earlier? If that's the case, if she could do that. The necklace
gained a mind of its own when Misty wasn't around to keep it in check.
Well, either that or I'm actually wondering a third option. What if Opaline isn't in control of the necklace or in control of what is actually happening?
Maybe there was a spirit that got, or
no, I'm thinking
of chaos got entrapped.
I mean, let's be frank. We never learned where the Alicorn necklace came from.
No, well, not that. Yes, but no. No, what I'm thinking is the kind of like a dark, sinister force behind everything that even Opaline doesn't know about. I mean, how easy would it be to corrupt an alicorn to do something outside of their normal behavior
You don't.
and
don't
never
say
being
what I think you're
never having it
saying.
recognized?
You know what? That's something that just came to my head. The one character in
Oh!
the G4 franchise that had anything to do with eyes, aside from the Cyclops that attacked the Griffins, Rogue.
Well, it might not have anything G4 related though. CMC did have a nice thought if it corrupted cutie marks instead, and that's why Misty was completely immune to it because she has no cutie mark at the moment.
Ooh, that is good.
That's
There-
right.
there are
Hers,
options
hers
here.
is hers is essentially an essential sticker.
Yeah, yeah, she was completely immune to it, and we definitely heard Opaline's laugh. But I honestly, I really wonder.
And Opally needed someone who didn't have a cutie mark to be able to handle it because she possibly could have had someone else in the past, but they got corrupted by the Neptunus.
In all honesty, I really wonder if this might imply something more. Though I don't want to also give the show creators too much credit because this sounds like something that would actually really, really work in a really good plot line if you worked it right. But we're also talking about Hasbro here.
Well, to be fair, G4 is brilliant, and I wouldn't be surprised if they added any depth to this for G5. If they did, that would bring this generation up a notch.
I don't know. It could go one way or another. I do like the thought that maybe there is something even more dark and sinister that we're not even aware of. That maybe not even Opaline is aware of that's been causing the whole problem.
Said, like a year or so ago, when Izzy or Sunny was telling their side of the story, and Misty was telling what Opaline probably told her. There was still not much known on Pony history of what caused them to separate or drift away.
Yeah. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I think it was pretty interesting, and I honestly I liked as the Misty clears in regards to how it probably at least muddies the hell out of the lore a little bit, which it could also imply a lot of it could actually imply a lot of forward thinking that we may have not even anticipated Hasbro doing, which I would give them so much credit.
MC insult.
I would give them so much freaking credit. I would give them so much, but we'll have to wait.
Tell Your Tale had that made me shake my head. This is one of the top tier ones I've seen.
Then again, we could be making a mountain out of a molehill. This could just be a one-off episode, which just oh look, they're corrupted now, and Misty saves the day and throws away the pendant.
Unless it's touched upon later in the main series that they'll release on Netflix.
Well, anyway, we'll find we may find out in a couple of days when the Make Your Mark episodes come out. But that's my thoughts on Misty Clears. Anybody else have any thoughts on the episode before we delve way too long into this? Too late. All right, I'd say we go ahead and we'll close up the talk. That's the Misty Clears. And honestly, I'm curious to see if they. If they pull a Power Ranger. Wow, that is a nostalgia hit that just hit me like I don't know how to explain that hit.
Power Rangers are Super Sentai, yeah.
Well, Power Rangers mostly, but all right. So
I sometimes do it in Super Sentai.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started here with what we're going to be talking about, or at least going to make an attempt. So as we mentioned a couple of times over the last few weeks, the Artist Training Ground is set to be starting in a couple of days. Now, what my hope was to do is I realized it's been a number of months, years. Yeah, see, time just flies, doesn't it? It's been a long time since we last really talked about getting ready for Artist Training Ground and finding resources. And as much as the Artist Training Ground does have their general link that they throw out in regards to content into creating art, And I'm sure once again, as they always will, they're going to have their guide to the how to draw guide that they always publish out. Let's see. I'm trying to find it right now, in fact. But that's kind of where I want to bring everybody in here. So what I want to do at this point is I want to get a cobble together as you know, tutorials, guides, resources, suggestions, or maybe even just you know, confident sayings for just to basically make the Brony Show guide to arting and arting accessories, essentially. In other words, we're basically just going to do our best to help you out as best we can while not actually doing anything meaningful ourselves to contribute because time and energy. So what I have done in regards to that is I have made a Google Doc right here. The TBS, or the Brony Show 2023 Guide to Arting and Arting Accessories, that is in our show notes for 535. And I have opened it up for editing. That means anyone and everyone can go in there and start plopping things in, including first steps, tutorial guides, maybe communities and groups that you can join in and be a part of for support, suggestions, ideas, and help. And I want to see what we can do to contribute to it. Now, the big question I have is, do we really have time for something like this for today?
Well, my basic thing is, if you are looking to draw, look for bases. Because with over the 13 years this fandom has been going, you can easily find bases and work from that. Because if I look at this right, an oldie but a goodie MLP bases on DA, which should be safe. But in backstage, yeah.
Well,
so you can just
that's why I made a literal Google Doc that's editable by everybody.
And did you link it to us?
It's in the show notes.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to go ahead and share it out to our wonderful community out here as well. Everybody here that's here live.
I'm dead.
You know what I mean.
Some of us are dead inside.
Yeah.
I died one too many times.
Though I do gotta admit, the bases are pretty good. Though I think the bases work more for vectoring in general. However, it could also be useful if you want to get an idea of shape and position.
You know what was like one of my earliest understandings of like shape and position of drawing horses?
What's that?
You remember like way back in like 2012 when Lauren Faust was posting like concept sketches of ponies to her DeviantArt?
Yep.
Yeah, it was basically just those concept sketches where I was like, oh wow, oh okay, so that's how circles work. All right.
But again, some stuff, like if you go into the gallery of MLP bases, they also have like pony pods, like horns, wings. And so there's a breakdown of stuff. They even have them in outfits and how this is how it moves, the position.
No, I get what he means because, I mean, I just looked up the concept art that Lauren Faust had for the characters here.
You can kind of see, like, you can get a pretty good grasp on, one, just kind of like the general shapes that go into what is behind the horse shape, I guess, if that makes any sense. But also you can see the various squash and stretch techniques and stuff exemplified here. It's just like, it does a good job at showing what you can play with, and it's just good to get a general understanding of how to make horse be. And that's only one example too. There's several. If you look around, people post like their method to drawing, like if you've ever like either watched a draw stream, there's a lot of people who do draw streams, and you can just watch somebody go through their process, and everybody has their own different process too. There's not really a right way of doing this kind of stuff. And also another good thing, a lot of people post time lapses. So if you don't have enough time to watch an entire art stream, but you have like 10 minutes to watch a time lapse of somebody doing a drawing, there you go. And you can also, in the time lapses, if they're a digital artist, you can see the different ways that they alter things over time from the original sketch to the finished drawing, because not everybody gets the shapes that they want first try, and it's a good way to just kind of remind yourself, hey, it doesn't look great right now, it doesn't mean that it won't always not look great. You can make adjustments as you go.
And then you stop and look at someone trying to draw an eye, and then like, come on, come on, come on.
I mean, it's just it's one of those things. There's a lot to it, and there isn't really a right way about it. And there's lots and lots of resources out there that you can find if you look around. If there's a series of artists that you like to follow, keep an eye out if they have a YouTube channel or something where they post their what's it called? Brain.
VODs or content.
Time lapses.
Time lapses, maybe VODs of their stream, or even if they do constant streams.
Well, also something to do, because not everyone can easily do like expressions. Just look for those, because there are people out there that will just take actual, like as blank as they could, expressions, and you can then try and translate it.
Also, as far as advice that I have to anybody out there when it comes to drawing, use references of the thing that you're trying to do, but by that I don't mean just directly copy from. What I tend to try and do, if I'm trying to draw, like, say, a machine or something in the background, something more complex, find the thing you want to draw, find 3 different angles of the thing you want to draw to get a good idea of its general dimensions, and then try to draw your own angle off of that. Is it challenging? Yes, but you'd be surprised how much you can learn from doing that. It's something I need to do more, honestly.
And in all honesty, if you have been into a drafting background for like either woodworking or any type of work like that, it's pretty good if you're able to line it up just right.
That said, when it comes to drawing ponies and machines are not the same thing. Ponies are a lot more flexible in a lot of ways. And I think a key thing that a lot of people should know too is, like, you don't necessarily have to be 100% on the mark when it comes to anatomy if you're drawing ponies. If you want to do a little bit of squash and stretch, ponies are great for that. Don't be afraid to stretch things to make it kind of make more sense for the mood. Don't feel so limited to make sure that everything is proportionally correct. If you look at screen caps from the show, you'll notice that, like, proportions change all the time just to make it make a little bit more sense. It's stuff that you don't really think about. It's just like, oh yeah, no, Spike's arm is stretched like a bajillion times longer than normal. Seems normal. It's like, you can get away with that kind of stuff with drawing ponies. And it's fine. They're cartoon characters, and that's one of the nice things about drawing cartoons. You can, if you want to, make it super, super anatomically correct and stuff, and just try and make it as accurate to as a horse would be as possible. Sure, you can, but you don't have to. Like, there's no right way to it. Just play around, have fun, try and see what you can do.
Though I do like, let's see here. Crazy Man Captain, circles work like squares. They can! I have seen plenty of artists that instead of using circles, they will actually use a square structure to make their characters, especially if they want them to be more angular.
That works.
Shapes, it's just shapes in general. It doesn't have to be circle. You could do squares, you could do rectangles, you could do ovals, you could do eggs.
I
And
still
then-
remember the SpongeBob episode trying to. First, I raise the hand and 1, 2, 3, perfect circle.
Yeah.
And
And three.
basically-
Let's see. Vaguely creepy. First, draw 3 circles, and draw the rest of the damn horse. Technically, you're right. You do got to start well off with the basic parts. If 3 circles is usually a structure, everybody tends to. Well, early. Not everybody, but a lot of early artists tend to follow in regards to pony. Draw the head, draw the bean body, and then just kind of work from there.
I've seen people do all kinds of things. Some people don't even bother with the bases and stuff, and it works for their style.
Yep.
So
Well, and
No,
to
granted,
build
they
off
may
that,
have
don't-
had a lot of practice before doing that. So go with what flows best for you.
And, to
and
build
keep
off
in
of
mind
that-
too that there are professional artists out there who use the bases. There's nothing wrong with using them or not. In terms of like circles and stuff, everything is shapes. That's kind of the key thing to drawing. Everything is shapes. Look at stuff, try and figure out what the shapes are, and do your best.
Also, you don't have to be on model for this. This is about doing it in your style. If you want to do show style, that's cool, but do it as you see fit.
Yeah, honestly, just have fun.
Yeah.
I think that's the best advice that anyone could give an artist is just have fun with it and try new things.
Oh yeah.
You're not every drawing is going to be a winner, a knockout of the park. Take note of any time that I've done draw streams. Very rarely do I post everything that I draw, because not all of it is like up to my standards or whatever. And not everything. Hang on, Toa. Don't interrupt me here.
Let him finish.
Not every drawing is gonna be a banger, and that's fine. But you learn something from every drawing you do. And like, if you draw something and you're not entirely pleased with it the first time, you can always redraw it again. Use what you learned from the first one. I can say that like, from trying to draw the same pose like 3 different times, I learned something from doing it, and like by the time I got to the third one, I was looking better. Yeah, ultimately just kind of have fun with it. Draw stuff you like too. Honestly. It's like if you're drawing something that you really enjoy, like, in my case, shocker, I love trains. So I sometimes draw trains. And you learn stuff from drawing the things that you like and the things that you know. So have fun doing that.
Well, also, as I was pointing out last week, you probably didn't see it because of how sick it was, but every time someone would check up on me, I would be drawing something else until I finally got to the final image on that draw pile. And I went, I erased so much and I had to restart so many times.
All right.
So
Okay.
It's not a one and done.
All right.
Cat enough.
A thing I will also say when it comes to any art advice from me, take it with a grain of salt. I don't know what I'm doing. I am by no means a professional. I just draw things for fun, because it's always good to have a hobby.
None of us are professionals on this. This is why it's the 2023 Guide to Arting and Arting Accessories, and so far we only have 3 things that we put in there, and it's not in any kind of structure whatsoever.
I really want to get that book, that Little Pony drawing book.
How much money do you have?
I have enough for it, but at the same time,
Okay, I'm gonna
saving.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you in on something I just bought on an auction here.
Oh,
And it looks like they have more than just one.
Oh.
Hold on, bringing it up. If it'll load.
Load, damn you! God dang it, to go! Don't fail us, all Overlord! I was having this issue earlier with TikTok and videos about someone doing the abridged version of Bionicle, and I'm like, aw, but I love that.
Well, that's your first failure. You went on TikTok. Alright, so yeah, apparently somebody... Wow, that did not go well. Let's try that one more time here. Oh, for crying out, eBay.
But you... Okay, that lot of 3 right there, huh?
if it'll work. Anyway, yeah, I'll try to bring that up here in a moment. Oh no, wait, there it goes. All right, so yeah, apparently somebody is selling like 3 different, the fashion book, the drawing book, and a general coloring book, all for $15 with free shipping.
You see, if I hadn't burned through so much money last month with booking all sorts of stuff for the trip coming up, as well as a bunch of eBay auctions that went a lot higher than I wanted them to, I would totally be all for it.
So how's the trade employee?
Okay, listen. There were a bunch of photo negatives for this one railway I've been obsessing about all year, and for some reason, all of a sudden, other people are interested in bidding on this railroad's photos as well. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. But yeah, Chaos Kai does have the right idea. Other resources can include drawing books, and especially if you want to draw particular animals or creatures. You can find plenty of books on drawing horses. There are some that are specialized in ponies. There's also some that are just plain like coloring books, or basically art, or books about the art that is put into My Little Pony, which can still be a great reference, as you can see what some people use for shading, how they draw certain poses and positions and give it a life and form to it. Or if you really want to go old school, you even got an old school retro coloring book you can use for a sketching idea. But yeah, no, art books are a great way to go, and at least getting an idea of how things can work and be applied.
Okay, that one thing I can definitely say. You see that My Little Pony Art is Magic book, the comic one? Yo, that's a really good book. And it also has a lot of like that book. If you have it in your collection, use it. If you don't have it in your collection, definitely think about getting it, because like it's great if you love the comics and the comic covers of the My Little Pony comics. It's great to just kind of go through. There are interviews with artists from the comics and their process and whatnot. And also, it's got like certain covers, the various stages to get them to the finished product and stuff. From the first initial sketches to the cleanups, and and it's such a good reference. Even if you're not planning on like drawing yourself, if you're just fascinated by process, they're great books. God damn, I love them. I have a copy that I've looked through quite a few times, and now that it's been popped in front of my face again, I kind of want to page through it once more.
Don't forget the second book they also have.
Oh, another thing I will also say, if anybody out there is just starting out drawing, a quick thing to note. When it comes to drawing, you don't need anything fancy to start. All you need is pencil and paper. That's it. That's all you need to get started. That's how I got started. That's how many artists get started. It's also the cheapest way too. You'd be surprised at what you can do with paper and pencil. It's still my preferred method of drawing. It's honestly, like, if you can get the general structure of things down on paper, you can get it in any medium, including digital. Don't invest in a fancy tablet expecting it's going to make you an amazing artist, because it's just a tool.
The tools are only it's a tool. You're only as good as the tools.
And friendly reminder to anyone and everyone, I still use MS Paint, and my stuff can come out looking beautiful.
Exactly, it's not the tools; it's the artist behind the tool.
Also, one thing to keep in mind: if you do decide to invest in art programs or little hardware, you don't have to break the bank either. You don't need to go after the Adobe program that is $100 a month. You don't need to get the
and it works fine.
You don't need to get the $600 drawing tablet that has a crystal clear display that looks like a third monitor. You can do this. You can do the stamp tablet that costs you $40. I did it for a long time before I started upgrading myself to an actual drawing pad. I did paper and pencil before that too. I never invested in Adobe. I ended up going after free programs like GIMP, Paint.net, Paint Tool Site. Technically, that's payable if you want, but it's also been ripped off it's very easy to get it for free. There's new programs that are out now that you can also use that for free or dirt cheap. Krita is free unless you get it off Steam, in which case it's dirt cheap, and they still update it even now. You got Clip Paint Studio, which does now have a monthly subscription if you're getting the newer version, but they also have they have a bunch of different models, so you can either go like a cheap monthly subscription, you can go for a forever price, which that will never gets updated, but you'll still have the software forever regardless. Yeah. Let's see. What it's worth, Adobe does offer an 11-month program that includes Photoshop. But yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't know the 11th. Yeah, it's still a ripoff though. Photoshop is just getting fleecy. I wouldn't try it, but that's me. But yeah, there's a lot of free programs out there, and even more free programs are being popped up. I actually heard about one earlier today that is completely free on GitHub. That's supposed to revolutionize how art programs work. I haven't had a chance to really mess with it though, so I can't say much. But it's there.
Don't be like me and get Adobe programs. I'm not smart.
Well, Adobe programs were the go-to, but they've long since been outdated, and there are better, cheaper, more useful programs. Well, Adobe does have some good function behind it, but it's honestly not worth the price. Especially since if you become attached to one particular program and they end up increasing the price, you're kind of beholden to it unless you're willing to learn a new one. Communities. There are communities out there that can help you with your art as well as give you advice. One that comes immediately to mind. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it here.
Aside from Cole's lovely community, that is a lot of artists that praise your work.
Okay,
Wait,
here. What? Anyway. One Reddit group that I actually joined was the MLP Drawing School, which I would use to see how other people were doing art and also get some ideas on how to do it, as well as put my own pieces up for critique. Later on down the line, I found that they even have a Discord group, which I've joined in, that had a bunch of great reference materials that I use. It's got a great critique board and also just general chatting, so I can talk with other up-and-coming artists and get better ideas of how to do things a little bit better, and also see that other people are starting out exactly the way I am. Sometimes it looks a little bit better than me, curse you, and sometimes it doesn't. Oh, that looks good too. Where's the crap? I'm kidding. Everybody put their effort into it, and that's all it counts. Well, that's what really counts. But yeah, MLP Drawing School. But there's also other art groups that you can join that can help critique your work as well as give you suggestions and good advice. And of course, a lot of them are the same as us. You know, maybe they just had a little more experience with arting, or they could see things you can't see, and offer little suggestions to help out. Oh, vaguely, I know what you're talking about. I downloaded that entire pony drawing reference thing. Yeah, I would also show that right now, but the only problem is that particular imager group also had some not safe for work stuff, because they were really, really good in going into incredible detail, including anatomical details. So, yeah.
Once again, draw stuff that you like, and if it's that, sometimes that can help you improve a lot.
Yep.
Just saying.
Go with what you like. No, there's no judgment here. Just don't post it on our boards. We don't have a not safe for work board. They were very thorough with the references. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I figured after I found out about Imager and the thing that they were about to do, I immediately grabbed a copy of it. I'm not crazy enough to lose track of something like that. Anyway, yeah, this wasn't a very good art guide to arting. I wasn't planning on it being great, but I think we got a few things across, and we also pointed out a few things that we didn't last time. I'll try to add on more into the little guide to arting and arting accessories that we have here. But again, it's fully editable, and I'm going to keep it that way for a time. So if anybody wants to include their own suggestions, links, and thoughts, and I will keep an eye on it in case anybody decides to throw something in there they really shouldn't. Please don't. Please remember that this is, you know, we're trying to help people out. But yeah, so the big thing, in fact, the big thing I'm going to be doing for Artist Training Ground this year is I want to try using a paint application to do the drawing this time instead of line arting. So I'm challenging myself by trying to learn how to paint, essentially. Granted, it's digital painting, but it's still something. Yeah, just hit me up vaguely and I'll be more than happy to throw it out to you. As well as anybody else. Especially if it's gone now. I definitely wanted to make sure I keep it available and distributed. Oh wait, that's right. I think did I? Sorry. While I'm thinking it over, does anybody else have anything really to add to this? I know this is extremely haphazard, and I honestly feel kind of bad that we did very little to really showcase this, didn't we? Anybody have anything to add, or should we just go ahead and move on to videos for the rest of the time?
My head is empty.
You know, I think we're all empty-headed. It's been one of those weeks. I've thrown out what suggestions we can, and I've got myself a new pony drawing book that I'm gonna also be using. I'm happy.
Boogie
on. Let's go ahead and do.
I'm gonna go sleep.
Oh, got a shout out before we. Got a shout out before we let you go.
Shouts out to all the amazing artists in the fandom, because there's a lot of amazing artists in this fandom, and I love them. They are great. Keep going.
You heard them. Keep going. Keep being great.
Anyways, have a good bye.
Have a good night. Have a good night, Goldust.
You too.
Alright, so we're going to go into our video segment here. We're just going to have enough time for a few videos, but best to get a few in instead of none at all. And I'm also going to remind myself I should have figured Telltale was going to. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started here. Starting off with a Ponytown animation, Good Times.
Well, someone's overly German.
Are they gonna start speaking Simlish?
I honestly wonder.
Would not surprise me.
Okay, so we went after the floor to.
I was about to say, let's name the references. I think it's at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Maybe.
What the? Somebody is way too buff there.
I think that is that Core Keeper?
No,
More or less?
Deep Rock Galactic. This has Factory.
Okay.
Just Snuggles.
Looked like she was prepping to snap the neck.
Just one quick tweak and it's all over.
Was that really appropriate to watch? We were watching one pony fix the other pony's ass.
I was actually going to make that joke, but you beat me to it.
All the patrons.
One of them looks like Creature.
I gotta admit, if I could have a patron screen like this, I would so do it.
That's a lot of programming and animating.
I know. By the way, Creature, incoming! Says extraordinary friendship at a privileged sex. Oh, that's
adorable.
Basically, it was a celebration of their friendship, which unfortunately ended really poorly. So that sucks. Anyway, here's Ponies at a store. Ponies in a store.
Oh, those fucking roulette chips from Doritos. It's a scam.
Of course it's a scam.
Like, I was at least hoping some effort. But yeah, the spicy ones, it's like even the ranch ones, you kind of tell they're spicy if you get them, but it's barely there.
Well, you put spicy.
Pushing buttons. Lyric video.
Save you, got me cornered, know when I crave you. Trust me, baby, I can behave too. Whoa, I've got that touch that keeps you crawling back to me. Eyes that make you see right through me, faking like you thought that you knew me. Whoa, then when I'm here in your embrace, standing in the cold and pouring rain, there's no more to gain. So come on, bring the pain, drive me insane. Whoa. trust me, baby, I can behave too. Whoa, sick of all the times you try to betray me, all the times you try to degrade me, acting like you're the one who made me. What makes you think that you made me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your body now, as I'm moving to the beat that's flowing downtown. Oh, and I want to get away, but when you're pushing buttons, you know that I'll stay. Move your body now, as I'm moving to the beat that's flowing downtown. Oh, and I want to get away, but when you're pushing buttons, you know that I'll stay. Oh, and I want to get away, but when you're pushing buttons, you know that I'll stay. Oh, and I want.
I like that. That was nice. Unfortunately, with that is going to be it for our show. So it's time to close out the music. We had a great talk about Misty, the soon-to-be-coming main 6 member. Unfortunately, it also ate into our video time and our attempt to talk about art time. But hopefully, we still inspired some people to try to do the artist training grad the next few days. And to check out the new MLP episodes that are coming out in the next few days. It is a very busy week. But let's go ahead and get our final shoutouts in for the evening. And starting off with DM21.
Have a great week. Stay healthy and take care, everyone.
Alright. Then on to... Sorry, I was looking at something. Textile again.
Hello.
Tokoi?
Thank you to CC and Commander for being our mods. Thank you to all our watchers and viewers. We appreciate you very much. And have a good evening.
Alright, and Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
I am going to bed. Fuck you.
Love you too.
Alright, and with that, I'd like to thank you for joining us for another episode of The Brony Show. Please be sure to tune in later this week on Wednesday for Winchester and his Wednesday crew doing Winchester and Wednesday shenanigans, hopefully. And along with that, we have Circuit's Gaming Room on Sunday, where we are working to beat up every single monster in Monster Hunter Rise, where we broke down the barriers, and now it's just time to take them out one by one. Along with that, keep an eye out on our Discord for when random streams will pop up, as I am going to try to get streams going again, but I wish I could be a little more committal than hopefully. But I do want to remind everybody that we do have the pre-show that is an hour before the main show. Be sure to jump in an hour early, and you can go ahead and check out the pre-show, which is always a lot of fun. And also a reminder to stay afterwards if you're watching us live for the Coffee House After Party, which is only on our Vaughn stream, which means it's the only way to enjoy it live on Vaughn. And with that, let's go ahead and get our shout out to our IRC chatters. Thank you to Chaos Akai, Clyde the Conquest, Cool Dude, Fantastic Fred, Really Sub, Sonic 5421, Techman, Tech Stallion the Second, Vaguely Creepy, and yay, Archivers. And a big shout out to all of you, to all of our archive watchers on YouTube, to our live stream watchers on YouTube and Twitch. However you catch the Brony Show, however you enjoy our shenanigans and our fun, thank you so much for spending the time out and enjoying our fun, despite how insane we seem to get, and try really, really hard to make things happen, but at the same time, barely put in any effort. It's the greatest combination of trying really hard to do absolutely nothing. But we do like to entertain you as best we can. And what better way to sign off than Far Away by Melody Brony, featuring Black and Blue. We'll go ahead and have that close us out. And I hope you all have a great night. See you next time. I love the art. Coffee House After Party coming up on the Von Stream. On the Von Stream alone. See you there. Otherwise, have a good night.